In this video, we will see how we can create customized sheets and also customized views with other shapes, and also how we can create some other types of views here in AutoCAD, starting from the plan view, how we can create sections and elevations and also detail views and some 3D. We can also draw in 3D if we want. Now, this is everything we usually do with the hands, so it's kind of hand drawing, but instead of using paper, we're using the AutoCAD application. So anything you can do on paper, you can do it here with the help of AutoCAD. So let's move into the model space where we're gonna start to create some extra drawings, starting from our original plan view here. Now, first of all, we talked about annotative dimensions in the previous video. So here we have one, and we saw how we can change down here the annotative representations or elements in the drawing. So if I change this to 1 to 100, it's gonna increase the size, and if I decrease here the well, actually if I'm gonna increase the detail, it's gonna change again accordingly. So this is how we can use annotative elements in the AutoCAD. We saw that in the previous video. We will see also how we can use annotative hatches as well, so that they can adapt to any view, any scale of the view. So we're talking about scaling, we're talking about creating different views in different scales in the layout. So these are all important notions. So we can go down here, and these are all the different scales that AutoCAD is gonna set for you. Usually you will find this. These two I have created myself. So this is 1 to 1000 and 1 to 200. Now actually this is wrong, so I'm gonna fix it. So I'm gonna go to custom. Here is where you can define more custom scales. Now this one here, it's supposed to be 1 to 1000 drawing units. So I'm gonna go to edit, just gonna change the name there. So this is 1 to 1000. Now this means that when I create this scale, one paper units, it's equal to 1000 drawing units. So you always need to understand that you're working in two different, let's say, worlds. One is the model world, which is the drawing world, and one is the paper world, which is the sheets world, or the paper, the layout world. So 1000 means 1 meter, because we are working in millimeters. So 1 meter here equals to 1 millimeter in the paper if we use 1 to 1000 scale. And I can also create more. So I created this one here, which is 1 to 200. Let's create another one together. So I'm gonna press add and say 1 to 500. And this is pretty easy. So 1 paper units means 500 units in reality. Okay. And you can also go with tiny objects here. Now the tiniest is the 1 to 1, which is the real scale. So the one that we usually use here in the drawing. Okay, so we can create more of this. We can also arrange them differently actually. So you can also work with percentage. Okay, let me go back here. Now you can arrange them. For example, I can move this down. There we go. Now they are all nice. And okay, now I don't want to use percentage, so I'm gonna deactivate that and go to 1 to 50. And this is gonna be 1 to 500. So this is gonna become real big because the drawing will be really small. And usually these are used when you need to do a plan, you want to see an entire site. So a really big site plan where you show all the surroundings. Then you probably need to go to 1 to 5000 or 1 to 100 or 1 to 1000 and so on. 1 to 100 it's usually the first drawing that you do, and then you get down to more details into 1 to 50, and then more and more into details 120 or 1 to 10. And you can see the H also, it's annotative, so it's getting smaller and smaller because the view is actually going to be more concentrated and larger. Now I'm going to show you how to do that, but first let's continue talk about the layout and the views, and then we will get back here later in the video. Okay, so I've created a first layout in the previous video, and where we started to work with different scales and annotative dimensions and so on. But we only used this paper, which is the A4, and it's pretty small paper, the one that you usually have in your own studio or your own house probably. But what if we want more space? Because we need to place more drawings like I did here. Now you can see that this is 1 to 50, so it means that it's much bigger than 1 to 100 like this one here. So we need more space. We need to create more papers with more space. How do we do that? We can click here in the plus, and let's rename this. Right click, rename it, and we'll call it test 2 A1. Now A1, it's a pretty big paper size, but you can also find other measures. If you want, you can customize it as well. Once you create it, if I double click there, if I want to know how big it is, I need to go here and check the height and the width. This is where I can find out. Or else I can right click and go to the page setup manager. Now you can also go here in the layout ribbon or panel up there, and you can create a new layout from here. You can also create a new layout from a template. Now, let me show you that as well. Now you can see that you have some ready-made templates for you, which contains also title blocks. So let's open up this one here just to show you. This is gonna be the name. There you go. So you can also start from here if you don't want to create this yourselves, like these information boxes and the title block. You can get one of these and just place inside your views. Or else you can create your own customized. So I'm gonna delete this template. You can always go back. Now this is the last one that we created. So you can either create a new one from here, or new layout, or new from template, or you can go to page setup for the layout and select the correct layout that you want to customize, like this one here. And then let's go to modify, and let's see what's going on here. Now this is actually the panel that we're also going to use when we need to plot or print our project. So, well, we are definitely preparing for the last stage, which is the printing part or plotting part. Now the first thing we need to change here is which printer or plotter we want to use. To have higher resolution, we need to select another one, so we can go for this. You have also other PDF options. These are all exporting in PDF, by the way, but you can also change. If you are connected to a plotter, you can directly plot or print if you have a printer. But the main thing here is that we have a lot more formats we can pick from. So in my case, I want to use the A1 ISO and click there, and this is gonna be landscape. You can also make it portrait, but landscape is the one that I will go for, and we will come back here later. Just say okay, close this up, and now you can see we have much more space, and the previous drawing got a little smaller. Well, it didn't get smaller actually, it's the layout that got bigger. Now when we create projects, we need to create sections, elevations, and other types of views. And if you use Revit, for example, you just need to create the model, and then you can create infinite sections and infinite elevations. So I definitely suggest you again